Hey y'all, this is Ginginese, coach of the Texas Tornadus, here with week 3 of the PAC YouTube Draft League. This week we're taking on Mountaih in the Immunity Idols. I've actually faced Mountaih a couple of times before. He's beaten me both times. Last season he beat me in week 1 and in week 1 of the playoffs. So I'm really hoping that I can get his number this time. He's got a very scary team with things like Iron Valiant, Terra, Skeledirge, Lycanroc, which kind of tears through my team. But let me show you what I'm bringing for this week. So first, Daggertooth, our Life Orb Chien-Pao. Ice Shard with Life Orb Adamant Nature does so much damage to everything, and we're going to be trying to wear down to set up for a Chien-Pao sweep. I Love Lamp, our Expert Belt Iron Moth. We're Terra Water this week with Terra Blast. And honestly, I'm really hoping to get up Toxic Spikes because I think if we, again, can wear down things for Chien-Pao, we'll be in really good shape. Shandy Socks are Soft Sand Sandy Shocks. It's got spikes as well, same thing, trying to wear down everybody if we can, but also Volt Switch around. This is a lot bulkier than most of the sets that I've brought before. We've got Big Baby, our Leftovers Intimidate Tauros Water with Protect, and Leftovers we can actually stall out Lycanroc for the most part. We can come in a couple of times and get that Intimidate off. Raging Bull is also good in case they try to get up some screens. For the first time, we're bringing Dead Mice, our Wide Lens Technician, Terra Normal Mousehold. I haven't brought Terra Normal Mousehold with Population Bomb before, but it's always such a threat that I know that my opponents have had to prepare for it. If Skeledirge Terras away from Ghost type, we Terra Normal, we Population Bomb, and we can potentially just sweep. Finally, Bad Bunny, our Eviolite Unaware Crocolore. My opponent is definitely going to bring their Skeledirge, so I thought it was funny to bring the baby form. But also, if they try to set anything up, we can roar them out and get rid of those boosts. And if we have Toxic Spikes or Spikes up, Roar will wear down for Chien-Pao to sweep. So I'll cut until we get into the battle. Alright, here we are for our battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Let's see what they brought. Pretty similar to what I was expecting. There's no Lycanroc, which is actually huge for me. So there's Tinkaton, there's Mudsdale, there's Skeledirge, there's Valiant, which I thought, there's Oricorio, and there's Vaporeon. Okay, so let's look at my calcs here. I thought Iron Valiant, I thought Skeledirge, I definitely thought Lycanroc. There's Tinkaton instead. Not too worried about the Tinkaton. I know it's got like Play Rough, Gigaton, Knockoff, things like that. I am interested to see what item it runs and how bulky it's going to be. What else do we have here? Mudsdale or Oricorio, thought those were coming, and no Ursaring, they brought Vaporeon. Now Vaporeon is interesting because I don't think it has a whole lot of offensive pressure into me, but I think I'm going to lead my Iron Moth. That was my thought if they didn't bring Skuntank, so I can try to get up a T-Spike as quickly as possible. This could be a little worrisome. Let's see, I immediately switch out on, well, probably 3 of them. It's too late now. Yeah, I think that my matchup here is actually pretty good, but I need to find out information about my opponent's team because there's just so much that they can do. Love the plain trainer card, unchanged. Normal gym, so we're going to be sinking into the floor. Torrent is, okay, the Mudsdale. So, obviously not a great lead for me here. My Iron Moth, if I Terra, I mean, I can potentially kill if you're not, well, I'm not going to make any risks here. We're actually going to go straight into my Tauros. My Tauros was specifically here for, okay, well, I wonder... Yeah, I really do have to switch, as much as I don't want to. My Tauros was specifically here for Lycanroc, and now that there is no Lycanroc, I can kind of throw it away to Mudsdale and Tinkaton, I guess. So let's see what we can get here in terms of information. My other potential lead was actually going to be Sandy Shocks, so this covered both of those. So we do get the Intimidate off. And what do we see? Stealth Rocks immediately. Okay, that's totally fine. There's Rocks. Alright, Now I really do want to see how much defense you have here, so we're going to go for a Raging Bull. Your best switch in is Vaporeon, and I mean, I don't really lose much just going for this. Bring it on. What's Bring It On? Oricorio. Interesting. Okay, so Oricorio, how much are we doing with Raging Bull? What is that, 30%? Like very, very little. So it looks like, is that max defense? That might be max defense. I think I'm probably not faster than this. My Oricorio switch in is probably Sandy Shocks. I can force a Terra here potentially. I definitely want to get those rocks away as quickly as I can, because I'm not great into them, but it's not a huge deal into anything that I want to be like maneuvering around with, so I'm not too worried about it. So let's see what you go for here. You have to Terra to do anything to me at all. Just a Quiver Dance. Okay, so at +1, let's say you've got, I mean, yeah, let's say you do this. You got some Spadef. So here's the thing, I am gonna Volt Switch, because then I can just get into Crocalor because I know that you're faster than me now. If you immediately Terra and try to take this out, then that makes things a lot easier against Skeletor. Okay, just 2 Quiver Dances. So you get off the 2 Quiver Dances. That doesn't matter at all for my Crocalor. And let's just see here at +2. I mean, you could like Terra into something super effective and you're not KOing me unless you're max special attack, and we know that you're not max special attack because of how much damage you took. So I think we're just gonna roar. I wish that we could not and go for something else like a flamethrower, but we'll just roar here. We did a decent amount with that Volt Switch, so I do think it is probably max defense. But let's make sure that in my calc we get rid of these boosts because we're roaring it out. And again, we're assuming probably max defense. Or you could Roost here. Okay, so it is QD and Roost. So it's probably Revelation Hurricane. That's totally fine. So it's just a little under full. And out comes Skeledirge. Cool, 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 cool. So with Skeledirge, I really want to see like what you're doing here, but I think this is actually a good opportunity to get away the hazards and then U-turn. Into Skeledirge. Let's see, Mouse Hold. Yeah, if you're modest max special attack, you don't one-shot me, and I think I can potentially scare you out here. The other option would be something like my Tauros to maybe force a Terra. If I go into Tauros, yeah, it's an option. This is a tough one though. I think I'll go into Tauros. I think there's gonna be another opportunity to get those rocks away, and I don't want to throw away my Mouse Hold so quickly. So let's see what you go for. Intimidate is obviously not going to matter. Earth Power does from 150, so it did 56. So you are not max. 56. That's a lot less than I was thinking. Is that 0? That might be no investment, which is very interesting. So probably a lot of defense. Once again, I'm just going to go for a Raging Bull because I don't... Well, so here's the thing. Either you Terra or you switch to Vaporeon. I'm just going to Raging Bull again. Maybe you go for it. Again, if you switch to Vaporeon here, which you don't, okay, just straight into the Oricorio. I mean, here's the thing, right? Let's look at Tauros. Ugh. I mean, Revelation Dance, if you're not like plus special attack, Revelation Dance might just kill me, which sucks. Trying to think of what the best answer is here. Because I know you want to Terra. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to go back into Sandy Shocks. We can kind of play around here, and, you know, maybe I'm on the losing end of this battle if I don't get away those rocks. But if I can force a Terra, then I feel like I'm in a much more advantageous spot. Just a straight up Quiver Dance again. Okay. We are slowly whittling it down. And again, +1 is doing... I mean, there's not any way that you can kill me unless you Terra into something super effective. So we will Volt Switch one more time. Yeah, I think the next time on Skeledirge, just because we know it's not super offensive anymore, Mouse Hold. Yeah, Mouse Hold eats and can get rid of these rocks. So that's good to know. Dirge also, we confirmed, has Earth Power. And was not Leftovers, I think. Just a Roost? Okay. Yeah, we're in a tough spot here. Because at +1, I mean, I need to get it out of here. Let's look at Chien-Pao. I mean, Chien-Pao takes so much damage. At +1 speed, where it's faster than me, and we take so much damage from those rocks that... Yeah, we're going to do this one more time. Unfortunately, wasting my Crocalor way sooner than I thought. Oricorio is turning out to be a bigger problem than I was anticipating. I'm going to just slack off right here, so we can get some health back. Trying to see if you just go ahead and... Okay, so you do Terra. So, Crocalor. Again, if you have to like Terra Water, and even then this is a roll in your favor, but it is Terra Water. And Revelation Dance. This is a roll to kill me. Let's go. Okay. That is exactly how much that I thought it was. Or exactly how much damage I thought it would do, which is great. So it is still in their favor to KO me here. So I think we have to roar. Yeah, if he gets the roll, I'm in really, really bad shape. Oh no. Okay, that's bad. Yikes. Okay, so let's see. If you're this... Okay. And you Terra Water. Okay, we need to take our time here, because this could get ugly. So what do we have that can take this on? Crunch is not going to do enough damage. Iron Moth. I mean, if we Terra and Energy Ball, you know, we force you to go for another Quiver Dance. Your Hurricane is doing a lot, but not quite enough. I mean, Sandy Shocks dies. Tauros dies to a Hurricane. So I think we unfortunately have to go Iron Moth now. We'll have to Terra Water. And hope that Energy Ball is good enough. Yeah, this is starting to get out of hand, unfortunately. But again, I think we're still alright. losing Crocolore is not great, but if we can deal with this, we're actually fine later on. Because I think we can still maneuver around. We still have some good pieces. Chien-Pao is so strong. And the fact that Sandy Shocks is still healthy is really, really, really good for Vaporeon, for Tinkaton. I would have loved to get up T-Spikes here, because I think it wearing down the Mudsdale would have been really nice, but let's see what you go for. So, according to my calc here, Energy Ball is not going to KO, but you cannot KO me with Hurricane. You just Quiver Dance again. Okay. This could start to get bad. So you can now KO me with Hurricane. I should be doing 50% of damage still. Absolutely. Okay. That's great. Energy Ball has a chance to lower Spadef. If you Roost, it's in my favor, so you just have to go for this or switch. Air Slash, you're going for the flinch. Okay. Doesn't get it, thank goodness. Okay, so Oricorio is down. Wow. Oh, okay, that was terrifying. So we had to use our Terra and our Crocolore to get rid of that, but it's gone now. Thank goodness. You probably think that Tinkaton is slower than this, but I actually don't have a ton of speed. If you bring out Valiant here, that would be ideal because I really want to figure out more information about it. I guess you could bring out Tinkaton and like Fake Out. In which case I might switch so that I can get away the rocks. I could switch to Mousehold. I wonder if that brings in anything though. Well, I mean it brings in Skeledirge for sure. And then I can U-turn around. So, we'll see, we'll see. If Tinkaton doesn't have Fake Out, then this is a big decision for you, right? Because you're taking a ton of damage on Mudsdale. Skeledirge can't Terra anymore. Vaporeon, I just showed Energy Ball. Torrent. Okay. If this is Assault Vest, which I think it's likely Assault Vest, Iron Moth, I still do 50%. And that's minimum, right? Oh, sorry. With my Terra Blast, I actually do like 65-70%, which is more than enough for Chien-Pao Ice Shard. So, the question is, do I think Skeledirge is likely Boots. So is the Spike worth it? I think the damage is more worth it. So I'm going to Terra Blast. If it's not Assault Vest, this might just die. So it is Assault Vest. Stamina, I don't care. To live that. Rock Tomb? Yeah, whatever. Let's see, if you're not Assault Vest, okay, you could be like max special defense. If you are Assault Vest, let's see if we can figure out how much you have to be invested here, because I would love to know. No, I think you... I think you are not Assault Vest. So then you just... Because the reason I'm trying to calc this is I want to see how much defense they have, because I would love to bring in Tauros and close combat. I think I can, actually. I think I can close combat here. And the reason I want to close combat is because Vaporeon, if it comes in, I think I 2-hit KO. With +1 defense, yeah, you just hit so little HP, or so little health left. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna close combat. If this doesn't KO, I'm in terrible shape, but I think it should. But if we get rid of this, then we can freely... Okay, please. Awesome. Okay, Mudsdale goes down. So with Mudsdale down, we're down to Tinkaton, Skeledirge, Vaporeon, and Iron Valiant. So Tinkaton, in my opinion, walled by Sandy Shocks because it has enough health left. Skeledirge. I mean, we are gearing up for a crunch, or for a Chien-Pao sweep, depending on how much health everything has. We're going to have to really figure out how we maneuver around, though, because we only have shocks. So we need shocks for Vaporeon, which comes in here. I think this is the opportunity to get hazards off because we know they can't come back up again. So let's see, Vaporeon into Mousehold. You can't KO me with a Surf unless you're really, really invested in... okay, it is Surf. How much damage are we taking? 131 to 8, so that's 123 on a crit. Yeah, it looks like it's probably not invested, which is great. I will just tidy up here and get rid of these rocks. You're withdrawing, probably going into Skeledirge. Glamour Hammer. Cool. And it is Mold Breaker. So, with the tidy up, Tinkaton, where's my Mousehold? +1. Okay, like, you very likely just have Fake Out here. I'm wondering if I should switch, if it's worth it to switch. Just because this is so fast. If you have Fake Out, it's such a free switch into shocks that I think I will just Pop Bomb here. Because if you don't have Fake Out, I do 80%. And that's if you're like max HP. If you're not, I have a really good chance to KO. Okay, hold on. So, 10 hits that doesn't... Oh, it's Rocky Helmet. Okay, cool. That's fine. That is really good to know. Rocky Helmet. It also looked like I was not going to KO. It went for a knockoff. Looked like I was not going to KO, which means a lot of defense. So Sandy Shocks can come in. Earth Power will kill. Earth Power is super obvious here, but even into Vaporeon, let's see the calcs there. Sandy Shocks, Earth Power into Vaporeon, Thunderbolt, Surf. Surf needs a max roll to KO me if it switches in here, so I'm just going to go for Earth Power. You might just go for... Okay, Gigaton is not doing very much at all to me, yeah. That does significantly change the roll on everything else though, but we take out Tinkaton. So now, Skeledirge, Vaporeon, Iron Valiant. Speeds, so my shocks... Everything on my team is faster than everything on their team, except Valiant, obviously. Yeah, the way that they haven't brought out Iron Valiant makes me think it's booster speed, which would be awful. But I can freely go for Thunderbolt now. This is going to be so close. Let's look at Vaporeon and Chien-Pao. Just based on how much damage I did before, or how much damage it did, I don't KO with Crunch. Okay, Skeledirge comes out. So, Skeledirge, Sandy Shocks. Oh my god, I have a chance to KO with this. Well, probably not though, right? I think I need to... Do I get in you? Or do I want to save like Aqua Jet? How do I KO Vaporeon if it's like max defense? I think if it's max defense, I need this. So I'm gonna switch. Okay. My Tauros comes in. It should live everything. Let's see what happens. Earth Power, that's fine. We eat another one of those. Earth Power did how much we expected it to do. I might want to protect here. I don't know. If I think I Raging Bull, because if you stay in... I really want to close combat. I don't think that you stay in and take the damage. Going for close combat into Vaporeon would be enormous. I'm gonna do it. Okay, okay. Please be Vaporeon. Is it the come at me? Crusher? Okay. How much are we doing? That looks like about 30-ish%. Okay, so it does look like it's probably max HP. Or max defense. So here's the thing, right? We know it's leftovers. If I CC and you go for Wish, I'm in a bad spot. And again, I feel like I have to... Okay, but at minus defense, that Surf is not KOing me. And I think you know that. If you just go for Surf here and I switch, I lose. Right? Does Sandy Shocks take at 105? It does not. So it's the 50-50, right? Do you just Surf? I don't think so. I'm going for Shocks. This could be game-losing play, but if I close combat and you Wish there, then I lose. If you Surf here on my close combat, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. It does go for Surf. Dang it! Okay. Oh, yeah, a close combat there and then the free switch into Shocks would have been such a good position for me. But you know, I think I had to go for a harder read there. Into Chien-Pao. I don't think that you can KO me. I know that you can't KO me. There's nothing that you can do there. So, and I don't need... I mean, I do need this for Valiant, but we can crunch freely. And just see what happens here. So we crunch, we should do 50%. Oh my god, okay. A crit there is actually huge. A crit there is huge. So Vaporeon goes down. Wow, okay. With Chien-Pao, we absolutely KO Skeledirge. In comes Valiant, as expected. Now what happens here? Is it booster speed? Quark Drive. Speed, okay. So, it's gonna KO me. Ice Shard does like 50% though. Sandy Shocks. Oh, Shocks is dead. Hold on. Tauros. Tauros just does not do enough damage. And it does not KO Skeledirge. So I think this is likely just a loss. Is there any way that we can make this happen? If, like a crit Ice Shard potentially gets us there, but oh man, I think we just have to Ice Shard because there's no way we're living anything else. Yeah, and not quite 50, so that's about as much as I expected. Close combat comes out. With the minus defense from close combat. No, Aqua Jet still doesn't KO. I would need to Raging Bull. So, I mean, at -1 attack, say your Spirit Break, if you're fully offensive, I'm gonna Protect. I haven't shown it all game, cool. If you're going for Moonblast, I just lose, but it is, yeah, it's Moonblast. Okay. Dang. That's going to be 0-3 against Mountaih and the Immunity Idols. You know, the last turn there, trying to think of like how differently it would have gone, right? Like I go for close combat into the Vaporeon. It drops. I get the KO with Chien-Pao. I don't need the crit if I do that. Okay, with Moonblast, just is there any possible way if I get like a triple protect or something, you know? No, absolutely not. So I need like a crit. Crit Aqua Jet doesn't even do it, but we'll just go for it. Yeah, so if that goes down, it's the same scenario, right? But then we have Sandy Shocks alive. And I think Sandy Shocks, with how much it had left, like if you've got Liquidation, I lose. So it would have at least been a different endgame there. But GG's, really, really good game. That Oricorio put in a lot of work at the beginning that I was not expecting. But oh my goodness, just an 0-2 and an exciting game as always. Hope to play the Immunity Idols again in the playoffs because it's always a blast getting a chance to play against them. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.